I just want to make this video real quick to address all the drama and give my final word on it. Now, I've released 2 videos over the past morning, over what has been going on, and as you all know, I have been trying to resolve conflicts all over the community. I've resolved conflicts in World War II, I've exposed scammers, I've exposed people, I've exposed everyone. Anyone scummy I've tried to expose and do videos on or anything. And, I've been doing this since December. I decided in December I was going to make a change, and my New Year's resolve was to literally just go out and just make changes to fix reputation. And I started doing that by, you know, doing my best to get rid of the most scummy people that are on the platform and all sorts of things. As of today and last night, I was informed by AJC. Now, this guy's not AJC, this is YCA, FYI. I was informed by AJC that there was a guy going around and that he was apparently doing all these really bad things. And to be honest, I'm like, okay, I've heard of this guy before. I've seen him do some ERP 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I don't remember what it was. It was kind of a vivid image, but I remember taking screenshots and sending it to people. And I was told he's gone to a new level where he's dating people and selling their nudes and all this other stuff on Pornhub. And I believed it, and I'm like, well, let me get started with this. I spoke to the victims and all that, and I get all that's done, and then I hear that Castova's involved and that AC's involved. They're attacking his servers too, and I hear there's just this big war going on along with it. And so I speak to these people, and all the people I spoke to on the podcast just said that they weren't directly victims. They were just a part of it one way or another. They were DM'd by him, or they attempted to get to them, or something happened. And so it seemed pretty realistic to me. There was over 3 documents worth of photos and screenshots and things like that, and it was pretty believable for me. And I'm not saying that it's fake. I'm just saying that it was very believable. And I thought that it was too concrete and credible to be debunked. There were so many images. And that's the same thing with the video that was released on me. You know, it was a 3-minute video that was supposed to prove how I was this really bad person, but it was facts gone wrong. And, you know, today, someone said I should investigate. I should actually DM the guy instead of doing a podcast and, try to look into this. So I DM'd ACs, I DM'd Casanova, I DM'd everyone, I DM'd Morvict, I DM'd everyone I could. And I DM'd YCA. And me and YCA got into a call, and we discussed this for a good 2 hours. I thought it was going to be me exposing him blocking me, and that's how it usually goes. 95% of people that I confront, we talk about it for a good minute, and then when they see I pull out all the evidence, they block me and leave. And that's the impression I was given from all the other people that I spoke to. They said he would just block me if I confronted him, and it would all go downhill. But when I confronted him, he said, no. I can debunk this. I have evidence. I have all this stuff. He had a server prepared with evidence with all these things down there. He had everything prepared. And I said, well, wait. This is interesting logic and all, but it's still like, this still happened. There's pictures of you in game. There's pictures of you doing this and that. How do you debunk this? And there are some things, in my opinion, that he actually did wrong, and there are some things that were taken way too far. It's the same thing with that whole situation with the whole video on me a long time ago, last year. It was taken out of context. They took something and they made it into something big, really, really big, that actually wasn't what happened. Like when they said I was 18 and I was actually 16. I'm 17 right now. Things like that is what people did and took. And I think it's the same thing with YCA. I think YCA made, he did some oopsies. He did some bad things, just like he did a year ago with the ERP stuff. I actually believe he did some ERP. I actually believe, there's a few things that the whole manipulation behind the whole depression thing, I kind of believe. But do I actually believe he's leaking people's personal stuff? No. Do I actually believe that, he's going really far with this stuff and threatening people with doxing them? No. stuff like this, I don't really believe. Do I believe he's scamming people on a large scale? No. I've been giving no concrete evidence on any of this. I've spoken to people that apparently got scammed by him, and they said it was all set up for cast to trust him for a big operation. I've spoken to some of these quote unquote victims, and they either disappeared or the same thing for them. They said it was just taken out of context or whatever, and you know I looked at the pictures, and I don't think anything is in Spec Element, by the way. I think the stuff that's said on Snapchat is probably real, but there's nothing concrete. There's no pictures of him actually selling anything on P-Hub. There's no pictures, or no one saying that I was scammed by this guy and here's evidence. There's pictures of it looking like someone got scammed, but when you confront the guys, they say, no, that's not what actually happened. Here's what actually happened. And that's what I think. I also want to speak about the other side of the field, like Nate, aka AJC, Casanova, Zukanova, and Aces. Um, AJC 3 years ago, and I'm not really sure what really happened, but there's pictures about AJC, having long distance relationships and doing stuff in game with his girlfriends. And I don't have any issue with that. Same thing with YCA. I don't care that he photoshops his arms. I don't care really much that he does long distance and that he might have depression, fake or not fake. I don't really care about that because that's all fine. That's legal. When it comes to illegal activities or scamming or anything like slander, that's when I get involved. So, for instance, Zukanova, which I don't really know if he's part of Casanova's family or what he does, but people talked about from YCA side how he was spamming the nudes of some 13-year-old in a bunch of discords, and stuff like that is really really bad. And it's kind of hearsay, but I'm hearing stuff on both sides. I'm hearing stuff about AJC, about Cass, about YCA, about everyone. Everyone has something that's going on, and this is why I'm neutral. My official stance is just neutral. I'm hearing stuff from both sides. I'm being yelled at by AJC for doing a video on YCA. I'm being talked down by YCA players for doing a podcast with the supposed victims. I'm being talked to by everyone about this. Everyone wants me on their side, and everyone wants me for a platform to use to do this. And I'm not a platform, I'm a middleman. I do what's right, and if everyone is going to want to use me, if everyone's going to want to tell me what to do, and I'm out of this whole situation, because I'm done. And now, if there's counter evidence on someone that they're actually doing bad activities sent my way, I'll take care of it. But I'm not going to coordinate anything with any one of these leaders. I'm not on anyone's side because it's way too much drama, it's way too much toxicity, and I'm done with that specifically. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to get involved with it. It's none of my business, but I care very much for people that have been attacked because I have been attacked. I have to deal with this stuff in the past, and that's why I do this. I do this to be a good guy and to redeem myself as an antagonist. I've been accused of BS the past year, and it hasn't been until last March when people finally realize I'm not as bad as people say I am. And I think I've redeemed myself, and I think that this conflict is really none of my business. I think it's my fault for responding to people and saying I'll get involved. I think it's my fault for trying to, believe I was a hero and everything else. And I'm going to get uninvolved with this nonsense. So maybe people are being attacked. Maybe everything is true. Both sides might be true, both sides might be wrong. But both sides are true about what's going on. Then send me something concrete. Or talk to the police, for God's sakes. I mean, if it's really as serious of an issue, then just talk to the police and have them deal with it. Now, I don't mind taking down, like, if there's a guy if you have talked to the police, this is an actual issue, and this guy has 50 people in this game, he's really popular, and no one believes you that this is happening despite the fact you have concrete evidence, then yeah, I think it's justified that I should get involved and find justice for those that have been harassed and attacked. But there's too much of this nonsense. I try to resolve this. I got Cass and Nate and YCA and representative from AC Valor's family into one GC, and then YCA made a Discord server, and I joined it. It's just a bunch of useless roasting. It was literally one of YCA's guys personally attacking Casanova, which, to be honest, is pretty ironic. It's usually Cass doing personal attacks. This other guy was personally attacking Cass, and I'm like, wait a second, this is not a resolve. This is literally people fighting each other. It's a freaking African arena. So, I'm gonna go back to my World War II Korea thing, and I'm gonna stay out of this nonsense. And that's really my entire view on it. Um, I'm not on anyone's side. I have everyone is saying I'm on a side that's not really with me, and I don't know at this point. That's what I said. There's just too much. There's documents on AJC. There's documents on YCA. There's 6 players hacking YCA. There's players hacking AJC, and ACs is doing it, and CAS is doing it, and it's like I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I thought I knew what was going on, but I don't. You know, even when this video was created, probably see in the comment section people saying like, "Oh, you got this wrong, you got that wrong." I don't care if I'm wrong or right at this point. Maybe everything is wrong. Maybe everything is right. I just don't know. That's why I'm getting uninvolved with this. It's none of my business. It's none of my concern. And the drama, I just want to. I'm disinvolving myself with it all. I'm not going to take down the podcast or the other investigation. I'm leaving those up. And if you have an issue, then piss off. So that's all I have to say. And, well, will I get involved again? Like I said, if you have concrete evidence on anything that's anything concrete, not hearsay, not this guy said this and I believe him, or I'm a victim of this, despite the fact that I've never actually been a victim. It has to be concrete. It has to be something I can look at, and it can't be forged. It has to be something I can look at, address, and the person that I'm addressing it to stutters over the fact of how real it is. So, if you're going to coordinate an operation with me, then don't idiotically organize it. Because I'm going to look at both sides. If you're going to accuse someone of doing something, I'm going to DM that guy and ask him, is this real? I'm not going to sit back and say, okay, this guy's accused of all these things. I'm not going to ask him what's going on. I'm going to look at both sides. I'm going to make an opinion based on both sides, whether you like it or not. And that's how I do things. I don't listen to someone cry to me and then automatically say, okay, you're right, and this guy's wrong. I'm just going to attack him now. That's not how I do things. That's never how I've done things. I've always looked at both sides. Because people didn't look at my side when I was attacked, when rumors were made up about me. No one looked at my side for the first week of that accusations. Everyone assumed what they were told and went on with it like it was nothing. And that's why I'm so radical about looking at both sides. Because people are going to be innocent. People are going to care about that at all. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. And God help those that are in the right. If you really, whoever is in the right here, well, God help you. I'm done with the situation. Good evening.